Hi there. I gotta turn down the music a little bit. At least for me. Can't hear my own thoughts. Hi. This is the last stream for Unity. So I plan on getting some work done. And maybe I'll do some streams in the vacation, but that'll be unregulated times. At whenever I have a little bit of time off here and there. Yes, the birds are in the background now. I made them a little vacation home because they otherwise they have to sit in the sun all day and they can't handle that. It's too much. Yeah. So they'll be on stream. I made a little list of things I wanted to work on today. Ah yes, a balloonist flying by, a spy that grabs the plane from the air as it flies over them. That could be interesting. Something that tries to intercept the plane. Radio. No, radio is not something for now. I think maybe a simple... Oh, I have to figure... Actually, I don't know where I left it last time. How well the planes are flying right now. Let me try. So, if it works as well as I hope it does... Oh. Yep. Got it. I forgot. If I throw it really fast, it just kind of waddles around. Yeah, alright. I can work with this for now. Probably have to optimize this at some point so that it doesn't rotate all over the place. Weird. It'll start heading forward, but way too slow. Maybe I need to add some power towards the forward normal or something. I don't know. But that's a problem for future round. Not to deal with now. Now I kind of want to make something that interacts with the airplane. We have this little target, obviously, but it doesn't really do anything. So one of the ideas we had was that there was a little Russian spy walking around trying to intercept your love messages to your neighbor. Which, obviously, would be kind of weird. But also could be really funny. Though I don't think I have a model to back that up for now. I could use one of the other models. Oh, hang on. I forgot to announce the stream on Blackboard. Or on Discord. Oh boy, got a lot of messages in Discord. I think people might be panicking a little bit for their finals. Put it there. Let me just see if I have some models laying around. Otherwise, I'll guess I'll just have to use cubes, which I guess is fine for now. It's more or less just a an indication of what could be anyway. Alright, everything should be updated. I'm just gonna use the mom model if I can find it real quick like. Don't think I've included her yet. Nope, just a hard house and plane. Acid models. Mom. Sure. Maybe mom walks around your garden and tries to intercept your messages. This could work. Would be fun if she had a little bit more of an AI anyway. Nope. Oh, there she is. Way off base. This is 000? That doesn't seem right. Okay. I guess it's fine. That is 000. Right. As you may remember from the video, they don't really move around. Hey, what's up, borderline idiot? Oh, reminds. You just remind me. I'm sorry, how am I supposed to pronounce it? Borderline idiot? Let's see. What is my freaking... Right. I'm trying to keep a separate chat window in front of my computer on my phone. Hello. Devin, I'm actually kind of curious to see where my voice ended up. Will you guys be doing a demonstration in school at some point? I'm just going to create a spy component and attach it to the mom model for now. Yes, that is right. My amazing voice acting for the tutorial stuff. I'm all over the place in the game. As in, oh, that's nice. Like Wheatley in Portal. Even better than GLaDOS, yeah. I mean, canon. Oh. I mean, that's her whole deal, right? I think she even mentions it in one of the games, that she has a sarcasm module. I think when she's a potato. Spoiler! When she turns into a potato, oh good, the sarcasm module is back online, or something like that. Right. Oh shit, spoilers. Potato, yeah, Potato OS even, I think. In Portal 2, yeah, which is an amazing game, and if you haven't played it, I'm jealous. Because then you can experience it for the first time, which you should. Yeah. You should. It's very, very good. I think Portal 2 would be one of the best games ever if Portal 1 didn't exist, which is probably better. Not gameplay wise, but definitely originality wise. You have played Portal 1, then you should be able to get into Portal 2 relatively quickly. It's way bigger, way more stuff, and the humor is slightly different. It's still pretty dark, not as super dark as 1, but still pretty dark. But also just some really good writing now. Don't worry, the potato thing happens relatively quick in the game. I mean, if you think about it, it's pretty dark. I think, like, at one point they even mention there's human remains in the cubes that you're using to push the buttons and stuff. Or, like, it's invert. I don't think they ever actually say it, but it's a theory. Also, she basically killed everybody in the lab. Spoiler. In Portal 1. Or something like that. It's hinted at. Exactly. There was a comic in between Portal 1 and 2 that explains some of the things going on and how you ended up in Portal 2 starting area. What was I doing? Oh yeah. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do this, but I figured something like this. I add a special object to her that detects when she's able to catch the object. The plane flying above her. It is. Is it? I don't know if you guys know. In Portal 1, they made some altercations where they added all these radios. The whole sub-game, alternate reality type game, where if you hold the radio in a specific spot, it will play a message and you could deduct that Portal 2 was coming, basically. Is there any way to turn those radios off? Because though I liked them the first few times, now I'm kind of like, I don't want to play the game with all those radios floating around. Spy, Catcher needs a box collider. Oh. If this enters enters this box, maybe I'll put it a little bit forward as well so you can see it coming, kinda. So jump up and try to grab it. You can always just press the off button on the radio. But there's radios in the entire game. Like, they placed it in every puzzle. They placed a tiny, or in almost every puzzle, they placed a tiny radio that keeps making noise, which I think is kind of weird. And you have to drag it with you and hold it in a specific place in the puzzle somewhere where it can get reception. I mean, you can't just ignore them. It's not really a big deal. But it was kind of weird. Let's see. I put the floor pretty low. Minus 1.9. So if I put this minus 1.9, a little bit forward. Put her on the floor. Yeah, that seems fine. Public voice jump. Or, even better, attempt catch. Also gonna add a collider to her. But if she does catch it, oh, whoops. Somewhere around here, above her head. I'm gonna assume we're gonna make a model that keeps his hands up or something. Sorry, radios make noise. Not sure what to expect. That's true. That's true. But it's something they added later to the game, which I didn't think was. I mean, it was cool at the time, but it would be neat if you can also disable them. Yeah, that's fine. It is kind of facing the wrong way. I think it's really cheap right now. I think there's a Steam, well, summer sales are going on, and Valve games are usually quite cheap. It is a very good game. Will I be using rigid lines? I think I will. Maybe not for this. Did I? I did. Include lean tween. Made the box about 3.4 meters high. Okay. So let's jump up about 3.4 meters. Over the course of slow. Right. Loop ping pong, I think. Nah, it's probably easier to just do it. Cubic. Basically make it a sequence. Back to the floor. This might be very slow. We'll see. Let's just see how that animation looks. I'm gonna place her somewhere after it's done compiling. Place her, oops, somewhere over there. Maybe flip her around a little bit. There we go. 180. Valve Complete Pack for €5. That's insane. That is some real good value. What's floating around? Oh yeah, I made a thingy without gravity. Oh wait, A. That's way too high of a jump. That's way too high. And also she needs to go back down to where she started. So float Y equals transform position Y. Start Y. And instead of moving all the way up to, she'll move to her own start position plus that. And she'll end up back to the start position. This actually, she doesn't need to jump very quickly to grab the plane, because that would make it probably, that would probably make it too hard, too difficult to get it off good. Yeah. Borderlands quite nice. Though it gets a bit repetitive after a while. Yeah. What a jump. I guess I can make it even better. Alright. Have her jump up to the place the plane entered. It's going to be slightly difficult using a trigger, but we'll see. Catcher should probably be renamed to something else, like range or something. Catch range. 81 cents? That's a steal. I paid full price for it at some point. And that was also, I don't regret that. 81 cents. I guess they can do it because it's their own game. That's very cheap. For a definite AAA game. Definitely. I thought it was worth it. There's also multiplayer that's very much That's where the real puzzles are, like the super difficult ones, or at least like the way more hardcore even than the ones that are included in the single player. I think I have a second copy flying around. Oh no, I gave it away a while ago. I don't think I've ever finished the multiplayer. I got it for PS3 as well because that activated on Steam. When Valve is doing the whole thing. No, you can Counter-Strike on PlayStation 3 versus PC. That won't be weird. It'll be fair. Alright. I'm just gonna... This catcher, I'll rename it when I figure out a better name. But all this needs to do is detect if a tiny little airplane flies in its vicinity. Open. It's, I think... Man, Unity's slow today. Is it trigger? So, on trigger enter. What can I do about my light bake? Unity straight up hates me. Update to the latest bug fix release significantly improved, but it's still broken. What do you mean? It's super slow? Or something like that? Did I tag the airplanes with their own tag? I didn't. I should. Projectile. No? Throwable. Probably best. No, just airplane. I can always change it later, kinda. Airplane. Then it is trigger. If other dot tag hashtag. What's it again? Equals tag. Compare tag, that's it. So only if the other is an airplane. Runs for 20 minutes, then gets stuck with infinite amount of job errors. Execute 2. Oof. Spits out memory issues on RTX 2080. Yeah, you wouldn't think that would run into memory issues. That's an interesting one. Sounds like a bug. Sounds like an error in Unity. Or maybe it's trying to bake something recursively or something. Though that shouldn't happen. Generally speaking, that should not happen. Oh, actually, I need to serialize this. I know where it is. I don't know, man. 2080 is just if you want to use that kind of low budget hardware, then you should expect these types of problems. When I use these type of low budgets, over a little bit over €1,000 for a GPU type low budget stuff. Well, the 2080 is actually very good, I think. I was looking into building myself, as soon as I move into my new house and I've saved up a little bit of money again, I plan on buying myself a rig with like a completely new one with a 2080 Ti. But hopefully at that time the new video cards will be announced so that I can, you know, hold my wallet close a little longer. So I'm a bit too. Let's see. Start Y. Airplane position Y. Let's jump up to the height of the airplane. Like that. And then fall back down to our start Y. Not sure if this will work. Right. Keeping it real simple. $2080 Ti, more like that integrated laptop GPU. Your 1060 gets further. You mean you never had French fries or potato chips? Integrated laptop GPU. I don't know if I would try baking on an integrated GPU. I don't know how long it would take. Too high? Too high. Oh wait, did I... Ah, crap. Did I attach? Yeah. No, I don't think I did. The mesh renderer, box collider, trigger, sphere collider should also be a trigger. Catcher did not attach the catcher component. Whoopsie daisy. Alright. You know, a lot of programs don't even offer baking on GPUs. I learned that like a week ago. It's apparently not reliable enough. Dang it. Made me move her a little bit closer. Oh. Kinda. Oh, I guess they're too high. Oh yeah. Ah. I guess if you throw fast enough, she wouldn't be able to catch it. Whoops. My left controller battery is low, apparently. I'm not even using it. This might actually... So if you throw it over high enough, it should be fine. Dang it! But if it's too low, she'll catch it. I guess this jump is way too high. If you throw it real fast, you won't be able to get it. Interesting. What kind of paper airplanes are these? These are special. They're really special. I don't think I fixed them after leaving them last week in the way they are. So they're kind of rotating towards the direction they're going, but way too slow. Also, what is our own height? Think about 0.74. She's tiny. Oh no, it's probably she's 150 or so high, 1.5 meters high. It's not a large lady. So this should probably be deducted, so she only tries to catch it with her hands. Because I think can you put in a sound effect that says yeet? That's actually with paper airplanes. Every time you yote one of those airplanes, it should just yell yeet. Actually, this is more like Kobe, because Kobe means precision, right? And yeeting is just like chucking it at full force. Kobe. Oh, yeah. This kind of works. Should jump a little bit quicker, but maybe this is fine. Yeah, this could work. Assuming I'll get a model that can do can put their hands up in the air. Nice. Falls down a bit slow. Yeet. Can make these airplanes a little bit more easy on the eye. She should be able to intercept it though. Maybe I should just add a simple interceptor. And then move the sphere collider there. Can't do that? Okay. Copy, paste. Remove. Make the airplane bright pink. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I can make it pink. I don't know why they're light bluish right now. They should be hot pink. There we go. While we're at it, the background should not be a skybox, but just a solid color. No, actually this is fine. Ah. Too bad smoothness and metallic don't work together very well. A highly metallic smooth airplane. There we go. Now it's basically matte. This interceptor should get its own code. Because I think multiple objects that are going to be interceptoring, basically. There's going to be like a tiny little balloon that flies around, or maybe like a giant balloon with people under it that tries to intercept them as well. Should do a UFO thing when it intercepts it. For you guys, probably about it. What's going on? You warm? I'm not gonna yeet you. No. No. Yeah, it's fine. Highly metallic. I think if she does catch it, it should just take control of it and move it to some position. In this case, I guess just the center of the sphere or something. On trigger, enter. Do the same thing I did here. Just check the tag. Whoops. Whoops. Oh my god, stop. Windows. If it is an airplane, beam it in or something. Intercepts. There are going to be several different types of airplanes, I think, later on, but for now. Outer that transfer that get components. Outer that game object that get components. Airplane. Because I think, yeah, it's all on the same object. Center of gravity, yeah, sure. Kobe. 50 gigs. 50 gigs of junk. I mean, it feels good throwing away so much stuff at the same time. Like opening up your hard drive, allowing for game installations. Because I'm assuming you're trying to install Portal and it turns out you don't have enough space or something. Alright. I should give this an intercept function. There's a thingy that does it automatically for you, but then you might throw away something you don't want to throw away. You can't take those risks. Oh yeah, I do my own gravity. I forgot. The rigid body has no gravity, it's kinematic. Okay. I guess once it gets intercepted, the rigid body just set kinematic to true. Alright, I guess I can just totally disable it because it's done. Not the entire game object. I think I can just do it like this. Destroy rigid body. That should remove the components. Not 100% sure if that still works. Whoops. Accidentally started Overwatch. Let me give that a quick Google. Yep, destroy. Alright, still works. Destroy rigid body. Interactable. This should have a safeguard then. If we don't have a rigid body anymore. I don't think it actually sets itself to null, so just in case. If we don't have a rigid body anymore, don't do anything in the fixed update. So this interceptor has an airplane, which it will intercept. And then move the game object from the airplane to our own position. Yeah, why not? Probably the center of the sphere at this point. And let's do it quickly. Animation duration medium. And it should look really snatchy, which is an ease out cubic, real snatchy like. All right. So basically, where did I put the intercept? Right there. Do it like that. It'll fly into her head. So fine. I deleted 50 gigs. Yeah, there's a pattern there. And after a while you'll only gain more space. Minus 25 gigs to throw away. That means you downloaded 25 gigs, I guess. Ah, look at that bright pink. Looks like the texture isn't working, but in fact... Oh, no, I missed. Did I forget to add the interest? Alright, I'm gonna move her closer, because this is not gonna... I'm not skilled enough yet to pull all of this off. I didn't add the interceptor either. Nope. Move her way closer. Yeah, that's how the math checks out, I mean. Oops. God. Yeah. Oh, it just keeps going afterwards. Dang it. Yep. She'll suck it into her head and then it just keeps going. Which, kind of. I guess it should just destroy itself. What if it doesn't only move, but it also skills? To 0, just out of sight. Same animation duration. By the way, all these durations are just something. This doesn't have to be curved. Like these are just numbers that I use. Very short times, which looks good with most animations. And afterwards, complete. What happens now? Oh, on collision enter, it hits, and then it destroys. I should probably create a method for that. Void, crash. That's what airplanes do, right? They crash. Which should also have an optional impact point or something. No. Unhit shouldn't be called either. It's a different interaction, I think. You're trying to eat through the window? That's not gonna work. So smart. They're basically like small children, they say. They're so clever. Hey. How clever are you? Well, at least you found your way into the perfect food. Wait. Come with us. That's true. Small children are not known for their intellect, except Jaden Smith. He's really smart. Yeah, it's true. Where you going? Okay. Is a crash a hit? No, it's not the same thing. Hitting an object. I mean, it does crash as well, but I think they're separate objects because I made an event here, a static event even on a crash or on a hit. I should also make one on a crash, which doesn't include a location, but just lets it know that the plane is gone. Not sure what I'll do with it yet, but for now. Oh yeah. So the interceptor will intercept and then force it to crash. So it shouldn't pop up again, falling out of the back of their head. I keep thinking that this shader is broken. Well, this hot pink is an improvement. Fits with the hair nicely as well. Go full 80s. Nice. Just gone. Whoops. Throw it a bit higher. Ah, nice. If you throw it fast enough or high enough, you won't be able to grab it. Or just throw it past her. Good, good. Yep, nice. Should be more obvious what her range is, but still. When I was like 9 or 10, I always thought it would be fun to make games. I was so wrong. That's a phase we all go through. I started making games when I was... Can't remove rigid body because script depends on it. Whoops. I was like 14 when I made my first games on my calculator, which were terrible. Awful games. And I forced other people to play them, but they were not very good. However, they were an introduction to game engineering. And then I started making games that I hope people would actually want to play. And it turns out there's so much effort involved. There's so much work you have to do. Oops. There were the calculators we had, Casios and Texas Instruments, the TI-84 and such. Yeah, you can program on them in a form of BASIC, which is a very old programming languages. Doom can run on anything. I've seen it run on watches. I think if it has a processor, it can basically run Doom. Doom runs at 60 FPS. And I can hook up my mouse. I guess the airplane will become a state machine later on. And I'll just disable the rigid body. In fact, I don't have to disable it now anyway. Removing it at least. Setting it to null is enough because it won't perform the fixed update methods. That's true, the Texas Instrument had C on it, which was insane. I had to do all my stuff in BASIC, which, you know, is kind of basic. Dang. Intercept. Yoink. Oh yeah, okay. So if you throw it too slow or too low, she'll grab it. Dang, this needs an animation. Also, why is my hand floating in front of my face? Battery's running low. Yep. Seems like she eats them, which I guess makes sense. Grab it and eat it. Oh, crap. Alright, that's gone. If I just throw it hard enough, she won't be able to grab it. Yeah, there's also, is her head loose from her body? Yeah, that's not attached. There's no neck. I think we did that for our previous game, Champ Getting. Anyway. There should be a yeet sound followed by a slurping sound with her inhaling that fucking thing. Heart looks awesome, dude. Hey, Gep. Welcome. Yes, instead of an explosion, somebody in the chat told us we should, well, have it explode into a heart, because basically the love message gets lost or something. Like if it hits anything. Oh yeah, I guess she'll try to jump down as well. Well, found a bug. Okay. Kind of makes sense. Whoops. What's the end point of this besides throwing airplanes? Well, there's a story behind this. In fact, if you're interested, you can see the finished Game Jam game. No fighting. Good. You can see the finished Game Jam game, which had like a street and somebody living across the street from you, the girl you are in love with, and your mom disapproves of your love, but you still want to ask her out, so you send her a love message. And in this virtual world, technology doesn't exist, so you basically write her a love letter and try to throw it into a window so she can read it and take you to prom or something. Hi, Geb. There is an end game. Love is the end game. Love conquers all is the end game. But later on, it's also going to be very arcadey, but there is context to the game. But definitely going to be arcadey. Ah, stupid fucking. YouTube keeps signing me out every 10 seconds. Here's a link to the video of what the finished game looks like. I'm just rebuilding it from scratch and making the technology more stable. Because we built the game in like 12 hours, or at least most of the code, and a lot of the audio and a lot of the art was done in like 12 hours, so we had to basically rush it. Thank you. You have fun as well. You're gonna play Portal 2, huh? I hope. Get into that technology. You're hurting me. Ron, stop it. The birds are freaking out because I closed the curtains to protect them from the heat. Good jump. Great jump. Good jump. Oh, hi. Welcome. But now they kind of want to go back in their cage. But you'll kind of melt. Even though you're a tiny little white bird, you're basically... Ah, that's nice. Poop on my arm, why don't you? How welcome. Ah, yes. This seems very legit. KTAC 444. Sounds super legit. And for only a small fee, I imagine. Meanwhile, Beethoven starts playing. A little bit too sad for it. See, intercepts them, doesn't really do anything with them. I guess we can run with the whole inhaling it. If I had like a simple particle system here. Add an actual material. I hate the default particles. I should download my own particle example that I made. First of all, they're going the wrong way. She's inhaling them. From base, sure. However, what if we make the speed -5? Yeah, that kind of works. But no. Let's make the speed really slow, but have it be... where is it? Velocity. There it is. Some orbital. Not over the X, over Y or Z? This looks a bit hurricane-y. This random between 1 and 10. Also have the start size be slightly random. 0.32, 0.64. Nice. Alright. Yes, it sounds very legit. Hey Gep, did you bring any students? Or is it just you? You interested in programming now? You're trying to take my job? On your local space. This could actually work. If it stays within local space. Nice. You're so wild. Thank you. It's flying towards it a little bit. Or it needs to fly towards it more. Way more. They're flying away too far. But that's okay, we can fix that. Lifetime. Little bit. Size over lifetime should become smaller. I think I made a curve for this at some point. What does this look like in game? Way too big. Use it for each while loop. Nice. While if loop. See, now they're talking actual programming languages instead of this while loop stuff. No, this is the real stuff. This is the real hardcore programming stuff. Yes, Gep, take notes. Not me though. I know all of this stuff. Basically an expert in anything programming. Unity, however. Spawn rate might be a bit low. Also, I hate this. Size is way too big. Move her over here a bit so I can see better. Lifetime needs to be very short, these particles. Just need to fly towards it a little bit. It's gonna download my own little circular particle. Looks way better. Where did I put it? Oh yeah, GitHub. Of course. I hope I remember my password. Nope. Yes. First try. I made some example fireworks, exhaust fumes, fire. If you're interested in trying that, here's the link. I'm going to use the same particle, which is somewhere in the assets. Sprites. Circle. It's very simple. It's just a PNG Oh, no sprites yet. It is actually a sprite. Actually, this is probably fine, as long as it's transparent. Now, I think the default particle systems are not. Can't use a. No, they can't use a sprite anymore. I don't know why. Just a surface unlit. So I guess I'll just use one of the legacy shaders. Particles. Alpha blended, probably. Use this texture. Particle circle. There we go. Much better. Color over lifetime. Should be a bit gradient. Like this. Fade in and fade out a little bit. Luckily I had that one in the back. Moving a bit fast. Oh, actually, this is fine. This needs to be between -4, -2, little -1, a little slower. Whoops. Now it looks like a washing machine. 16 and 28. Would be nicer if I can just have them spawn at the end instead of at the base. And I don't think I can flip it completely. Can't go negative with the angle. No, only positive. So even if I were to rotate it 180 degrees, move it forward a little bit, still seems kind of weird. A little bit Dragon Ball Z power-uppy. Yeah. I'll save this for later. I think this could have benefits, but for something else. Maybe there's updrafts or something that can catch the plane. Something that blows it up further. Actually, come to think of it, I'm gonna make a fan. Something to help you cover more distance. So for now, I'm just gonna... Oh wait, can I just drag it onto this object? No? Then copy, paste. Also remove. I guess there's no inverted cone or something. No. Flip it back around. Put it back in place. Rotate it upwards. -90. I guess the orbital velocity is now supposed to be over the y between 1 and 8. Nice. Ooh, that's a little much. I don't control these birds. They do as they please. I live with them, they don't live with me, or something like that. There we go. Emit from the volume. Give it a little bit of an angle. They're way too big, but other than that, like this. Looks a little bit like a tornado is happening over here, which is kind of the point. Maybe the plane can get stuck in it, or something like that. Tornado. I think I will use this for something later on. Not 100% sure what yet, but I think we can use it. Similar to how a black hole could be used to curve the trajectory of your plane. This could be used to maybe pull it towards it a little bit, or circle it around. I don't know. I'll find something. I'll find something. I'll make it into a prefab, so I can use it later. Maybe it's a tornado that actually moves around over the map. Goes from left to right. Every now and again it passes by. It should be a lot bigger then, but you have to wait for it to pass. Now this spy should probably also do a little bit of a patrolling between 2 points. For that, I think I'm going to introduce my first state machine. Try with class 6. Let me check real quick. Always want to eat at the same time. Idle. Moving. Don't make me come over there. Up. Good. Now what's the problem? You hungry? I know you're not hungry, you just had a lot of food. What else? It can be idle, it can be moving around. Catching. I think this is it for now. Maybe you maybe later on we can actually distract her or something. By throwing something other than a plane at her. She'll move towards where it is. I'll add a state for that. Alert it. First off, like, start off as idle. shall have multiple control points. Patrol points, I should say. Where she'll walk in between them. In this case, this is probably going to be your mom. It's going to be an actual spy or something, but just in this example. When she's idle, did move to next state. If we move to the state idling, we're gonna reset the timer. Maybe she'll wait for a little bit. Timer. Yeah, timer idle. New timer. For like 1 second. It's fine. We reset it as soon as she starts idling. And then any updates. If the current state is states.idle, the timer advance time. Yeah. Which will return true as soon as the time has passed. And after time has passed, all that happens is we'll move to the next stage. Move to next state if valid states dot moving. Sure. If is current state states dot moving. We need a current control point, or better yet, a control point index, because it's going to be an array anyway. Patrol points index, start at 0. I guess move to the first one at first. Yeah, I guess that could work. Oops. Moving patrol point, blah blah blah. Get the current patrol point. This is the target, and I think Unity already has a very nice method called move towards. Oh, there's actually some added stuff. Finally built my game. Sent to a zip. Is 500 MB acceptable size? Whew. I think Blackboard can handle up to 2 gigs. I'll have to, I'll enable it next week, the uploads. Be sure it takes, because Blackboard is pretty slow, be sure it takes some time to upload it. As in, if the deadline is midnight, don't start 10 minutes before midnight, because it might take a lot longer to upload. Oh, I think we have box integration now, which technically means we can have more, but by default, I think it defaults to 248 megabytes, which is not that much. Yeah, you have to know your own upload speed and see how long it'll take to get there. But I think it's an acceptable size, yeah, for sure. Are you using a lot of assets? Because I don't think I've ever made a game that's more than like 40 megabytes. 3 gigs? That's pretty big. Let me check. The entire Game Jam game, including the audio, which is the biggest part, Gep. That's 300 MB, the audio. Ah yeah, this project itself got pretty big, but it's because there's a Git repository in there as well. Without it, it's about 1 gig. car game that you recommended to check out Mario Kart Wii? Yes. Yes, I do. Did you get that to work? Like the detecting when they're in first place around corners and such? Did you find the speedrun videos? Or any sort of explanation on how Mario Kart does it? It is overkill, definitely. It's just how the big guys do it, but it's definitely not necessary for a huge map, for a small maps. Yeah, I mean it's so long though. I thought it was 90 minutes or so, but I learned a lot. I figured they would do something like this, but I didn't know they had it in segments of 2, and that you can skip one of them, and the game will still register it. But if you skip 2 in a row, it'll put you back way before or something. It was pretty clever. Those people at Nintendo kind of know what they're doing, it seems. Actually, I have a better idea. Instead of doing it like this, when we move to the state stuff moving. Throw point at index. And we'll just start a tween for now. That moves towards the targets. Oh, on the current game of it. We'll probably have to switch the Y values of the target, because otherwise it might not work correctly. We'll go slightly into the ground or something. Yeah, I guess I need access to my height variable. Well, we'll see. First off, move towards the targets. Take like 2 seconds to get there. Set ease in out. Quartic. Start fast and slow. Like speed up fast and fast. This might look really weird. And when it's done, God, this keyboard. Move to next state, states.idle again. So it'll wait a little bit. And also, as soon as we start moving there, we can move to the next patrol point. So that means the index plus equals, or actually is I need parentheses for this. So we'll move one up, but modulo it over the length. So if it'll start over at the beginning after one point, it'll go follow all the patrol points. Then waits a second, then moves to the next one, then waits a second, then moves to the next one. And maybe when the game starts, oh, actually, we can do it here. We'll set our position to, if there is a patrol point, we'll start at the first one. Patrol points, oops. Dot position. Yeah. I guess to be fully bug proof. Otherwise it'll move towards the same point. Actually that doesn't break anything, it'll just look weird. And to make sure we don't move up or down, I'm going to set the target Y to whatever Y we start at. Like this. So it'll stay at the same height. Actually. No. Yeah, this should work. This should work fine. He said, not knowing if it would work fine. It'll move somewhere, it'll wait a bit, it'll move somewhere, it'll wait a bit. Let's see. Right now, no patrol points, but I want 2. And I'm just going to create 2 empty game objects. Patrol point 1 and patrol point 2. As you can tell, I'm very good with names. And I'm only going to use their X and Z value, not their Y value anyway. I'll move this one over here somewhere. The other one over there. There. Array should be filled. Alright, let's see what happens. Okay. Oh! I don't think that's... Why are these Y's all over the place? I mean, see us moving between the points, kinda. Just somehow floating in midair. Starting. Oh yeah, because whoops. That's my bad. Because I move it to the first patrol point immediately. Should do that with a little bit of an in between. Targets equals patrol point 0 dot position. Target dot y equals transform position dot y. Yeah. Should probably make this into a method if I'm going to use it more often. Right. And from a top-down view. Yeah, it is already these patrol points. I'm just going to put them in the corners. Or at least semi in the corners, so it becomes more obvious where they're going. Birds are sleeping. 1, 2. Way too fast. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, I guess it works. Moves to the next position, waits for 2 seconds. Moves on back way too fast. But it is patrolling and idling. Not even looking towards where he's going. That's the next step. So he's patrolling. Right, what I'm going to do first of all. Let's say, how fast does a normal person walk? Like 3-4 meters per second? I don't even know. I have no idea actually, but let's say 1 meter per second, which is slow. But anyway, to make sure that the speed is always consistent, we have our current position minus our target position, which is just a vector. So where we are now minus where we are going, or the other way around, doesn't really matter. The length, I guess magnitude is the length of that vector, is the distance between the points. Totally reliable source for 1.4 meters a second. Wow, okay. That's actually good to know. If that's like a simple human speed, 1.4 meters per second. So if this is the distance in meters between the 2 points, and we would use this distance as the time to move between them as well. Like if it's 10 meters, it'll take 10 seconds. That would basically mean that you're walking 1 meter per second. So if people are actually walking 1.4 meters per second, you should divide it by 1.4. And I say that without knowing for sure. Yeah, that makes sense. Good. Thanks, brain. So let's say a float walking speed in meters per second is 1.4. So that means the distance divided by the walking speed is how long it would take to move from A to B. And this easing in and out should probably... It is pretty nice. Punch. Shake. No. I do like a little bit of easing, but maybe just a sign. No, it's not. That's the weakest of them. So I don't know how far this actually is if you look on the screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, this is like 11 meters or so. So that will take a while. I don't have time for that. I'll just move them a little bit closer together. Now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One down. So a little over 8 meters. 8. Let's just do it like this. Should take around 6 seconds. Okay, let's see if that works. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. I was off. 8 divided by 1.4. Oh yeah, that is about 5.7. Okay, so yeah. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. That kind of makes sense. And this does seem more realistic. However, she walks pretty fast in between, as if she knows where she's going. I guess I love using curves everywhere, but I guess in this case it should be just a linear movement. Or at least it should be a smooth out curve. A little bit of in, a little bit of out. Tink. Because this looks so static. Should probably wait in place a little longer than 1 second as well. But in theory, I can add another control point. 3. Move it over here. This looks very ominous. So actually, if you check the trailer, she's very scary. Like a lot of, you can't actually hear the sound in the recorded trailer. You'll hear her walking up the stairs like super menacingly, and then slamming open your door, and people got actually scared when playing the game, which was kind of the intention, but it was also a little bit of a side effect of how aggressive she was walking up those stairs. Ah yes, that point, back to point 1. So she's patrolling now. That's good. That's good. That's good. It is kind of ominous. Also, it's getting pretty dark in here. Now when she tries to catch it, attempt catch here, this should be moved to its own state, because otherwise she could try to catch it while also moving towards something. To do that, when using lean tween, I should keep track of the tween ID. I don't know where it starts actually, probably a 0. Every time we make a move. state here. If states are equal, states catching, cancel the movements. I think I made a utility for that. Cancel lean tween if needed. Good. And then do the rest of the catching. All this stuff. Now this will only move to the next state. Whoops. Uh-oh. Stop. Go back. States dot catching, passing along the airplane. By the way, this move to next state if valid, is current state, all that kind of stuff, it's all my own code. It's a state machine I built at some point. The end of the trailer was spectacular. The head turn as he pops in while struggling to close to it. Yeah, that was, by the way, that was the point of the game. If she catches you with the window open, the game is over. Like, she knows what you're doing. You're supposed to be doing your homework. So, struggling to close the window, actually, that was literally me struggling, because the sounds he makes when walking up these stairs brings back memories of my mom trying to catch me playing on the Super Nintendo or something when she came home. Like, oh god, you have to suddenly quit everything and turn everything off. The airplane is don't mind this code too much. This is just how I pass along information to my state machine. So if it moves to the state of catching, it'll do the little jump, move up and down, and I guess as soon as that is done, fall back to the ground. Oops. Move to the next state, idle again. We've done it. We caught it. Now, back to work. Did I input too many? I guess they recently introduced sequences, so hopefully I can just use that. Because it's just a bunch of movement one after another. So I don't have to use the incomplete. First this one. Then this one. Code's getting hard to read with all this, all these variables floating around. Get it? Floats. It's great stuff. Sequence. I think I can just append something like this. Action. Nice. So the first one jumps up, second one falls back down, third one just moves it to the state idle. That's it. And now, when it gets caught during, here, attempt catch, it just moves to the catching state, which should cancel stop patrolling. Right here. That's not how you write patrolling. Is it? There you go. Patrolling. Alright, let's see if C works. I don't think I've ever written this much code in one go. Gosh. Look at that. Nice and pink. Crazy. Did she break? Ah, she broke. Specified cast is not valid. Oh. Wait a second. Oh, it's not even an airplane, it's a transfer. That means the interceptor... Nope, the catcher. Doesn't pass along the airplane. Whoops. And then mom just crashes. Really fix the physics behind this. Jump! Nice. Now let's see. Yeah, okay. So continue patrolling afterwards. Too high. Yep. Yeah, sweet. Somewhere mid patrol. Oh, I guess they'll just keep moving to the next point then. Alright, that's an upgrade I need to make. She only needs to move to the next point if she has reached the previous point. Dang it. Or basically, nope. The Oh. Oh. God. Oh. Okay. Yeah, that's broken. I think she started moving again during. Oops. During her jump. She shouldn't. Or maybe if she. That was the jump. I guess if she catches it during her idle or something. Getting better at this throwing. Not great. It's weird. I don't know what happened there. It's definitely the conversion from one state to another is not going great. Alright, first of all, that's a bug. So he only needs to move to the next point instead of doing that here. That should only happen here. When it already has reached the previous point. I don't think if I cancel the tween it would call the incomplete. I'm not 100% sure. But because we have a steady walking speed, it won't look weird. It will walk at the same speed if it has like a little bit left to go. Alright, what happened? The attempted to catch the airplane. Cancels the tween idea. It should probably be refactored. Tween. Patrolling idea. So stop patrolling. Then start all of this stuff. Do the jump. Oh, wait, moves to idle, which resets the timer again? Yeah. And only if the timer is done will it move to moving again, which starts the new movement. I don't know how this went wrong. I guess if maybe it was still jumping on the previous one. I should fix this anyway. You can only... Oh, wait, I've made something for this. So I should make it that she can only try to catch it if she's not already catching. Guilty. Luckily for me, I've already built a system for that. If is current state stop catching, return next state, state of catching. So if we're already catching, next state. Oh, actually, I can always return, like, states are equal, next state, two states are catching, yeah, that's fine. Not, so if you're already catching, the next state should be catching as well. In fact, that might be some nice base functionality that I might want to implement. Return, not. I'm not sure if this will break any of the of my existing code. We'll see. But basically, this means in my state machine setup that it won't consider something a valid next state if it's the same as the current state. So actually, I don't need this anymore. And in fact, I don't need this anymore because it's the base functionality and it always gets called. So this means that, yeah, move to the next state if valid. Catching won't happen if it's already catching, which I think is kind of what happened. Maybe I threw it too quickly. I guess I have to look at the stream afterwards to see what I did or didn't do. Wait, come here. Maybe I should just chuck a few at the... Well, she does get stuck in the ground still, but that's okay. She jumps into the floor. Should probably do something about that at some point. Oh yeah, she keeps moving on to the same point now, before moving on. Jump, catch. Jump, catch. I guess this could be a strategy at some point, where you throw one to distract her and then you throw another one right after. Dang it, if you were able to throw. Dang it. Ah. Yeah, she was already moving again. Jumped into the floor. I guess it's okay now. Gonna need some better models at some point. Functionality wise, this could work, kind of. Dang it. Thought I was able to do this blindly. Right. Let's see if I can import the scene from our other game. I don't think so, but it would be really cool. Does Unity have an import? How to copy using the new Unity projects. Okay, export it as a package. Because it might be better to just start practicing in and around an actual street. Makes more sense. First, let me commit these things before I start breaking them again. Hello, Lucky. Nice worm. Or processierups. Oh crap. Hope I don't mess up any of my other projects by pushing these changes to my state machine. We'll see, we'll see. We'll know quickly enough. I'm assuming I can't just copy the entire scene. That would be neat. The game scene. Yeah, that's pretty empty. That's pretty empty. That's a lot of stuff. And all these prefabs are missing. Safe. Crack. Alright. Man, you really made a lot of models. Player house. TV, window, right? Picket fence. Dang. Enough stuff to actually build a house with. Also, our girl Stacy, that we are in love with. Doesn't look anything like your mom. Don't know why it's all the way there. Ah, Stacy. And what a target it is. We made her a bit jumpy as well. I don't know if I have the code for that still somewhere. I do. Ah, Visual Studio. It's gonna take forever. I am gonna make a Stacy class. She's gonna be the model. Wow. Visual Studio is getting dickish, more dickish by the minute. If you don't sign in, you can't use it. Well then, never mind. I'll just make my own class. Stacy gets her own class. I don't have targets anymore. Wow. Stacy class was pretty simple. I guess he's just really excited. Why aren't you showing up? Oh, whoops. I had a typing error in my class. They have to be consistent with their file names. Alright. Alright, Stacy is a little bit giddy to receive our love letters, I think, if I remember correctly. Look at her jump. Look at her go. You gotta remember, in the original games, he was all the way across the street, so you couldn't really tell the ways he was jumping. It's not super realistic. Your mom patrolling in the background also is kind of weird. Yeah. Here. I have some other places to sit. She's just waiting. Let's see, do I have her house? I think this is just a normal house. Yes. But there is also she has a house with an open window in front, I think. Girl house, sure. Ah, stop doing that. There it is, all the way over there. Okay. Nice. Alright, let's put that somewhere logical. Wouldn't know it, like somewhere over here. Flip it around a little bit. I think this target has served its purpose for now. Stacy, you're gonna go inside your house. Are those models made by yourself or found online? No, actually we have an artist that does the modeling for our projects. Only one. She did all of these by herself during the game jam. I don't know if you've seen the video, but she made an entire street worth of models and cars and props. Oh yeah, okay. Stacy's room is pretty small if you look at it. If you boundary break inside of it. No, so we have one artist making all the models. In like 12 hours or so. Also, 2 times 6 hours. There she is. It seems pretty high up in that house. Maybe a little bit lower. Also, I guess he can be part of the girl house. Move it a little bit closer. Spy on her patrol points. Moving her a little bit forward. Put it on the floor. There we go. Oh yeah. There's I'll send a link. I've put it on my website. Whoops. A link to the trailer we made for the game, because we want the the good people at Epic Games to sponsor us building this game in Unreal at some point. So I made a trailer for it. The great people at Epic Games. Lovely people. Nothing wrong with it. Here's the link. Be sure to enable sound, because it gets kind of creepy. It's only a few seconds. It does show. Oh, mom just walks through the house. It's only a few seconds, but it does show what this game is going to be eventually. But with better code, and hopefully at some point more assets. I think Stacy needs a spotlight because she's standing in her house in the dark. Rotate that downwards. Looks crooked for some reason. Ah, alright. I was way off. Stacy's over there. Spotlight here, there, almost exactly in the middle. Trail looks awesome. So do the models. Thank you. Sure, our artists will be very happy to hear that. She was under a lot of pressure building them. We keep requesting more and more items and stuff. She had to make them. She made them really fast. So, a little bit of this. A little bit. The range is not that important. The intensity though. And the color. Put her under a nice blue-green spotlight. This might be a bit creepy. A little bit of green, a hint of green. Oh, you noticed. She was practicing scaling. So she made a little Game & Watch console to put it on a desk as a prop. Based on the Game & Watch I have here somewhere. At least now, this doesn't look as creepy. A little bit of a spotlight on her. It's more obvious where she is. She's very happy. Just happy being here. Still a little bit high in the house. Move her down a little bit. There she is. What a swell gal. Alright. Might as well, I'm working on it, might as well finish the target. Did I already make it? Target scripts? I did. Oh yeah. But that's not really what I wanted to do. It only gets smaller every time it hits. No. It's going to be a different type of target. It's going to have a box collider, which is a trigger. Love using me some triggers. And I guess it should be in the window. This is a good song, dude. Like right behind the window. A little bit inside of the window, give people a little bit of an edge. This looks weird. Isometric. Ah. Dang it, I lost it. About exactly the size of the window. But it can stick out a little bit, I think. Give people a fair chance. little bit to the outside. The depth doesn't really matter that much as long as it can detect the plane flying in. Whoops. Yeah, this works. I think this is fine. Add a target component. Probably move all of this here. Have these all be 0, 0, 0. E. Just adjust the size. Target script should do something else. On collision, enter if other compare tag. Oh wait, collision. No. I need to trigger. What was it again? Airplane. I should put these in a settings file at some point. If it's an airplane, then basically we won. Public static event action targets, the winning airplane, and the targets. Delegates. This and other.gameObject.get components airplane. There. So once the airplane enters this target, it sends out a message via on hits. And I think I've already have a effects thingy here. Yeah, I do. That hooks into the airplane hits, but now I should also hook into target.onHits. Nice. First one is the target, second one is the airplane. I don't know why it names it ARG1 and 2, it kind of knows. Ah, damn it, that's a P. Dang it. Don't forget to remove it again if it's a static. Right, what should happen? Oh, I see. Stacy already has functionality built into her. She becomes happier when the target gets hit. But something else should happen as well. Something you win or target, something like that. But first, let's see if she actually responds to it. See if I can actually hit it. Stacy? Mom? Dang, almost first try. Yeah, alright, second try. Look how happy she is. Receiving the love letter. Cool. I should probably put a collider around the house. Because otherwise it'll just fly through. Oh, none of this has a collider on it. That's going to be fun. Having to put a collider around all of these models. I don't want to use a mesh collider. Do I? I don't really. Can I see what it looks like? Yeah, that's not perfect. That means we can never reach the house if it's convex. Otherwise, oof. Let's just see. I'm not a big fan of mesh colliders. They're super heavy on the workload. If I hit the walls, all right, that does kind of hit. What about floors? Wow, don't know why that heart was that weird color. Material might have. Mom. All right, so far so good. This saves me a lot of optimizing all of this code. Like, nope. Mom caught it. Ah, crap. All right. Dang it! I'm trying to hit the door so I can see if it allows movement through that open space. Mom. Dang it. Oh wait. Hit the fence. Yeah, it does. Wow. Okay. Guess mesh colliders for now. Later on, optimize it with a bunch of box colliders. That's fine. And then really have simple. Oh, mom! Mom jumped through the roof trying to catch it. Hey, you want it? You want it? Nice. Dang it! All right. I'm okay with this. Good enough for testing purposes, for sure. But basically, what we can do now, the target sends out a signal that it has been hit, meaning that you should be able to complete the level with that. Obviously, it's going to be a lot more difficult. It seems like the house doesn't have a floor. Nope, it doesn't. So that's where the light comes out in the bottom. It's up, down that range a little bit. 2 hours, 14 minutes in already. Dang. I should probably do something else at some point in time. So, in the original game, the house was a lot further away, and throwing the planes is not super easy. Plus, you also have to balance not getting caught by your mom and trying to throw. You only have like 30 or so attempts to hit her window in a longer distance, which is a pretty small target. So that creates a bit of a, in the first level at least, that creates a bit of a challenge in a way. At least we have a house now. Mom walking around trying to catch it is also a good starting point. We're gonna need a lot more obstacles. In the other game we had cars driving by that had like what do you call it again? A drift? No, not a drift. A slipstream. Like if a car was driving like this and the plane would fly over the car, the plane would go with the car a little bit and get like detoured slightly. And if you hit the car would explode. But that's something else. So you can use that, like if you throw it slightly to the side and the car drives by, it will correct itself. But also, like these cars could bother you a lot. And I guess the high score should be based on how many attempts and also how quickly you do it the first time. I do think this could work as a game. At least as a VR experience for like an hour or so. Not looking forward to rebuilding the entire scene though. Adding all these colliders again. But I guess that's up to our artist. Oh yeah. This one can go. Alright, I think that's it for today. I think I've went on a little too long. I have some other stuff I have to do. All these people graduating need their reports read for some reason. Rude, interrupting my time. Nah, most of them are actually quite fun to read. Does take a lot of time though. Just gonna commit all these changes. Done? Done. Cool. Alright. Yes, this will be the last stream for the official Unity streams, but I think I might be doing some streams in my vacation, just for fun, because I will be working on this game more, and might as well stream it, because I think it's good for me to see what I do wrong later on, and also I get some great tips from people while working on it. A lot of game development is just trying something, finding out it doesn't really work, and then finding a way to make it work. Sometimes you can get some really fun mechanics out of that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll be sure to announce it somewhere that I'll be doing another stream. I think Twitch announces it for me, right? Right? Hopefully, maybe I can become affiliate at some point. Then I can do all these cool things like announce stuff. Oh, you got an email. That's good. That's good. Smash that follow. Absolutely obliterate that follow button. Yeah, I don't know on these notifications. I don't always get them. Maybe it's just my spam filter or something. Anyway, should be fine. I think, actually I can check, right? I think if I become affiliate, I can get some extra options. And also, not sure if I need that or partner for my videos, my VODs to stay up a little bit longer. Because 2 weeks is pretty short. Let's see. This is a good song. Ah, there it is. I get any achievements. Oh yes. Road to affiliates. Blah blah blah. 50 hours. 8 hours. Stream on 7 different days in 1 month. I only did 4 out of 7. So I have to do 3 more streams this month to get to be affiliate. Next week's a bit busy. Maybe I should just leave this, like, do 3 shorter streams. Because I can't make time for 2 hours. But just an hour or so here and there, that might work. For the people that are doing my Unity course anyway, they'll have an extra week. Or at least they'll have a week before the actual upload starts. I think starts, or most of them are 10th of July, and some of them are 8 and 9. So there's an extra week. So maybe this week I can do some extra streams just to answer questions and such. I don't know if this path to affiliate is permanent or if I have to keep these stats up, because I'm not going to be able to do that. I have too much of a job. The 8th. You're one of the early ones. But your game is already kind of done, right? Or functioning at least. Was I streaming at the same time as Mark again? Taking away his streamers. Or him taking away mine, I should say. Oh, that's cool. There's even AI in there. That's pretty impressive. Some people are not really taking this course very seriously, but most of them are, it seems. Like most of the people that realize that whatever job you're going to end up with, it's probably going to involve Unity or Unreal at some point, and these skills are going to come in very handy. Yeah, but that's okay. AI could usually it's just a bunch of if statements. Don't tell Matthijs I said that, but like it could be just a bunch of if statements. It's fine as long as it seems clever. There's one in there's an interesting video about the AI in Warcraft, or no, Final Fantasy, I think, like an MMO at least, where they didn't actually make the AI smarter. They made it dumber, but it felt more human, so people felt like it was really clever, even though it didn't do anything interesting. They felt it was unfair at some point. It's actually a very interesting article. Yes, that is exactly how AI works. Also, if bullet, then dodge. If you're on the game dev subreddit, you see a lot of people oversimplifying programming to the point that it's just wrong. You see a lot of like, well, why don't you just check if there's a player nearby so you can follow them and shoot them? Well, yes, obviously, but you don't want to move towards them just like that. People that can't program always think programming is very easy. Yeah, especially in companies. Anyway, I'm gonna go do stuff. Thank you guys for joining, and I'll be sure to put out an announcement if I'm gonna do another stream during the course. Not 100% sure, but I'll let you guys know. Have a good night, and see you later.